Hi, we're Harriet and Mauro. We're restoring a beautiful 5-acre smallholding in Spain into the homestead of our dreams. In this video, we continue work on our new bathroom and utilities area, where we have already laid our first concrete pad and created a protected undercover area for the installation of our wonderful new washing machine. And we've done quite a lot of breaking and rebuilding of the original badly built walls of our future bathroom. In this week's video, we get loads more done on this area. We also do some planting in the summer garden, we have an update on the rebuild of our deposit, and we actually end up making a pretty radical decision about the bathroom in the end, so stay to the end to hear about that. I hope you enjoy the video. So today's job is starting to cover up this asbestos pipe behind us. It's going to take a few days because we're going to do it in sections. We're going to make a form and then pour concrete basically into the form. So we'll do it in probably 3 or 4 sections, however tall we can make the form with the scrap wood that we have. Mauro is just working on that part now. Santi's laughing at you. I don't know what he finds funny, but he was cracking up.
That's my form setup. I did it in the end quite tight around the column, so it wasn't easy to pour, so I had to do it by hand and it's taking longer than I expected, but I expect to have maybe 2 more pours. Yeah, definitely 2. The plan here is to make that into a column and end sort of above that window, and then put shelves on top, so you won't really notice it as a weird column there that does nothing, because we don't want to do it all the way up because it feels like a waste of time and cement. I'm gonna move to other jobs and then probably come back to this tomorrow, because I think by the time it dries tonight it's gonna be too late to do another one. So it would be dishonest to just show this last part and just make it look like I just tore off the window from the wall with my bare hands. It would be really funny. Just skip all the hammering. Let's show Harriet. She's gonna be impressed with my strength. Well, this is what I've been up to. I didn't record because I didn't think it was that interesting, but yeah, the whole point of this room is that it's gonna be a storage room, and we also put a roof on the other side of this window, so it's a bit of a pointless window. So we took it out and I'm blocking it. Then also, it didn't bother us that much, but also we're gonna put shelves and stuff like that, so we might as well just get it out. I'm gonna finish the last bit of that column and render the X window on both sides.
Asbestos is nearly gone.
Yeah, that last bit is a bit wonky, but... What is it?
Oh, it's that smashed egg thing. It's a bit like, it's not as solid as I was expecting, but is it good?
It's delicious. Now I don't trust any walls because it's like, oh,
They could have been a window.
it could have been a window. Now that I know how easy it is to hide a wall, a window.
Yeah, I have trust issues with walls now.
I'm not gonna lie, but I thought this was gonna be a lot harder. It's basically done, like... I think that's a lizard tail. But yeah, this is working. I want to take out the lintel. I always struggle because in Spanish it's dintel with a D at the beginning, and in English it's with an L, and it's just confusing to me. But yeah, I'm gonna take it out because the door that we're gonna buy is gonna be 2 meters. This one is, well, if I'm 186, this one must be 180. So it's 90, but I'm gonna put a 2 meter one. It should be okay. How heavy could this be?
Pretty heavy. Oh, it's like a thin one though. I don't know. Oh my god, if it had knocked down our pillar.
Oh, imagine that!
Santi enjoys the destruction too. Woo! Doors out. So this is how the floor is looking right now. This is the area where the shower is going to go, over in that corner.
My idea is at maximum to lift the floor like 1 brick height.
Okay,
Maybe,
yeah.
hopefully less.
Whoa, that's quite high, yeah.
But we need space for the drain pipe, so that's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe half the brick.
Why not dig down?
I'm
Like for
gonna
the
try
drain?
to dig down as much as I can, but I'm afraid there's a lot of rock.
Yeah.
But also, we need to gain some height so that it will go down the
That's
incline
true.
of the pipe over there.
Yeah.
So we should start sort of high.
Alright, let's get a before shot. Not that you can really see it. Okay, so Mauro is going to start pointing this wall at the back of the utilities area today. We've already had some practice pointing with lime mortar. A couple of months ago we helped out pointing a wall at a friend's tiny house which she is in the process of building. That was really good to get to use the tools and learn how to use the material. He's also started pointing the back of the kitchen wall around the back of the house for a little bit of extra practice. That's about half done now. But yeah, we're quickly running through our sacks of pre-mixed lime mortar. So we're going to just start on this wall now while we wait for more to arrive.
Yeah, I think we are using a lot of lime because there's really big gaps, like the walls are quite wide.
Yeah.
So there's like really big gaps, and then when you start putting lime in there, which you want because it's structural lime, so it will help the structure, the wall be more solid. That consumes.
It just goes in and in and in. It's
like
just
a
like
bag. You can use a bag in like 10 minutes.
Yeah. The washing machine. Oh, we don't need to do any washing today. We don't need to do any washing today. Right, let's leave Papa do it.
Trying to keep this always clean.
Yeah.
It's something that I've been bad in the past because it's not mine. That's actually one of the great benefits of borrowing tools is that you take care of them better.
You do take better care of them, yeah.
If you return them in bad shape.
Yeah. I'm making some shelves for the utilities area in the same way that I've made many shelves for the house. Just old scrap wood, stuck together, sanded down, stained, protected, varnished. They're rustic shelves, but they turn out alright. Just staining them now. There we go, all done. Alright, I'm going to try and render this wall, this section of wall today, because when we get it rendered and painted then we can put the water heater back on the wall. Yeah. Such a mess this area, we've got a lot of space to work, but yeah. This is the mess. This is like the only undercover area that we've got, so we are really maxing it out. We just love chucking stuff under here. Okay, let's get some plaster. okay, a little bit splashed. That's looking quite good. I think we'll leave the very high up bits for Mauro because this is the step situation and the actual ladder is stuck on the terrace and I can't get to it without waking Santi up from his nap. But I think it's gonna look good. The garden is almost fully planted. It's time to just get some more tomatoes in. I've lost my fork and one of my gloves. Santi's definitely had them both. So this is going to be trickier than it needs to be. This is a variety called Tomate Montserrat. I'm going to plant them really deep and take off these little leaves down here. And I'm going to get them in as deep as I can so they can make lots of roots all the way up the stalk. If I can with this trowel. I just want to show you the soil in here because these are the beds where I put almost completely composted donkey manure on about 6 weeks ago. And look at it now. I think the key to getting this nice soil is just keeping the ground moist and just keeping the composting going. Like I can just get my arm in like so easily now, like all the way down here, dig a really big hole. I always think of it as like watering your soil and all the microbial animal life in the soil rather than watering your plants. Like this bed hasn't had anything in it and I've been watering it every couple of days anyway, keeping it nice and moist, and it really pays off. Just look at that. That's the humus layer from on top. I just wanted to share an update on the deposit, if Santi lets me. Most of the stuff in this video we actually did a little while ago over the last 2 or 3 months, the utilities area and what we've been doing with the bathroom. And then just the other day we got all the materials for the deposit, and yeah, it is in progress. So we do have builders building like the brickwork for us because yeah, it takes a really long time when you're not very practiced in it. So yeah, they've been literally building this wall super fast. This is what's gone up in 2 days. The inner wall that you see here is for the plant section. So we're having a few different sections in this new deposit. We're losing a little bit of volume because we're rebuilding within the old walls so that we get nice, strong, undamaged walls. And then we're pouring concrete like to backfill in between the bricks and the old walls. Can you see the donkeys? We're also having a smaller section, very shallow section for kids, toddlers, Santi. Can you see the donkeys? A slightly deeper section.
Happy.
Are they happy? They were happy when we gave them their food, weren't they?
Bye.
A slightly deeper section for adults who don't want... Helicopter. A slightly deeper section for adults and bigger children who don't want to, you know, have a full body plunge. Up. We'll explain more about that in future videos. When the builders are done, we're going to have some work to do as well. We just want them to do like the really heavy stuff, which we're really slow at. But yeah, we're really excited. We think, yeah, it's going to be great. We can really picture what it's going to look like now. It's just so cool to see stuff go really fast. Anyway, back to, I think we were rendering the wall of the utilities area? Anyway, let's get back to that. Alright, we've got loads left, so I'm going to start over here. Why not? So I've been doing a second coat of plaster on these pillars. I think you can see, I hope you can see that it makes a really big difference. This is the section that I've done a second coat on, compared to the first coat, which was a little bit thin and still shows a lot of the lumps and bumps. It's quite awkward, but it is a lot easier than the first coat. That was much harder because it was just a lot more uneven, but it's a bit easier now. Finished the rest of the front of the bathroom, the old bathroom, the other day, and now I need to get up here. I didn't really want to do up there, but I guess I have to finish the job, right? Because it's just the way it goes. So yeah, I'm gonna get up there and finish that. Once that's done, that's actually the last of the rendering out the front, at least. Well, until the rest of the bathroom is rebuilt and we've got the front of that to do. But yeah, then it'll be painting, filling the shelves up, and then the utility area will basically be done. I need to get this up there. It's not happening like that. All a bucket. Right, now I'm going to get up round the back. So yeah, we're really happy with how this area is looking. This is another basically finished project, the utilities area. As well as having the washing machine, it has been incredibly useful to have this space to store stuff, so we're really happy with it. We're really happy with the pointing in the bathroom as well. We think it looks really good. However, we literally the other day made a bit of a radical decision with it, and we're actually going to remove and rebuild the front wall. Yeah, this one, I don't know why we were so attached to it in the first place and keeping the original footprint. It just makes sense to move it and get some more space, otherwise it's quite cramped in there with the rocks that we've got jutting out of the wall and just not a huge amount of space to play with for a shower, bath, composting toilet, the bits that we want to put in there. So yeah, we're going to take the wall down, we're going to move it out to just in front of this tree basically. Well no, in front of the cypress tree, which is a little bit further back. But yeah, we're not going to do that work. The builders who are working on the deposit are hopefully going to do that for us. Hopefully they'll have a couple of days left at the end when they're done with the deposit and they can do that. Nice, yeah. Bless you. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Adios.